Southern California, where as of yesterday, we started giving the vaccine to kids aged 5 and up. Finally, our kids will be able to go to bars and nightclubs again. Isn't that great? This has been a very bittersweet week for children. On Sunday, you get a bag full of candy. 3 days later, you get a needle in your arm. Welcome to life, kids. The White House is doing their part to get shots in us. Team Biden today announced that more than 100 million American workers are required to be fully vaccinated by January 4th. And if I know my fellow American workers, everyone's going to be super chill about that. Like the drunkest friend at a bachelor party, Joe Biden's going to make sure everyone gets shots. A lot of people are wondering what it will be like at the office now with this vaccine mandate, how we will know who is vaccinated and who. And for those who are wondering that, this is what it's going to be like.
Guys, welcome to my vaccine status reveal party. And now the moment of truth. Am I vaccinated? Let's see. I'm not vaccinated. Idiot.
Oh, where are you going?
I take horse pills.
I miss those office parties. I really do. Hey, speaking of unvaccinated coworkers, there's some potentially good news for Kyrie Irving of the Brooklyn Nets. They have a new mayor in New York, Eric Adams, who says he's going to reconsider the city's vaccine mandate when he takes office in January. If that happens, it could mean Kyrie will be back on the court. I just hope he's able to finish his research first. You know, he's been doing his own research. What if he enjoys that so much he decides to become a researcher full time? Green Bay Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers is in quarantine right now. A-Rod tested positive yesterday for COVID and will miss Sunday's game against the Chiefs. He'll be watching it from home. And no one seems to know that he wasn't vaccinated. He hasn't been wearing a mask, even where it's required. And at one point, he claimed he was immunized. But looking back at when he said it, it should have been obvious that he was not.
Aaron, you said you like to learn as many things as you can and hang in any conversation. Are you vaccinated, and what's your stance on vaccinations?
Yeah, I've been immunized.
Yeah, you see, did you notice the air quotes? That's how you know. We now know he is not vaccinated because unvaccinated players who test positive have to isolate for 10 days. Had he been vaccinated, he would have had a chance to play this weekend. Aaron Rodgers reportedly received a homeopathic treatment over the summer instead of the vaccine. You know, we should have known, because nothing says I heal myself with crystals like this haircut. I mean, that little knot on top. Aaron is a Karen. That's the fact of the matter. Honestly, the only thing worse than not getting vaccinated when you're in close contact with other people is letting them think you're vaccinated when you're not. It's basically the COVID equivalent of the condom fell off. It's funny that the companies who make the vaccine, we have no problem using their other stuff. No one worries about Advil, Robitussin, or Celebrex, whatever the hell that is. These pharmaceutical companies make a lot of the stuff we take for years and years, not just the vaccine, and one of them wants to remind us of that.
Times have been tough, but tough is what Pfizer is all about. We're proud to have developed a life-saving vaccine in record time, protecting over 100 million Americans from COVID-19, allowing communities to come together again. And while we heal, we want to remind you, we still make boner pills. The original boner pills. The best boner pills. Trust us to vaccinate your kids. If it wasn't for our boner pills, you might not even have kids. Happy holidays from Pfizer, the boner people.
Available at Walgreens.
It puts it in perspective, you know? Amazon just reached a settlement with drivers, their drivers for Amazon Flex, to pay back more than $60 million worth of tips that were illegally withheld. Some Amazon drivers were supposed to get an hourly wage plus 100% of their tips, but Amazon lowered the hourly wage and used the tip money to make up the difference. So now, and they complained, so they're giving the money back, which it must have felt great to be an Amazon driver waiting months to get a few $100s in tips that you earned while your boss takes an unnecessary trip to outer space, right? Meanwhile, Facebook last week changed its name to Meta, as in we all made a huge mistake when we signed up for Facebook. And it was surprising news to everybody, particularly for a computer company in Arizona that's called Meta PC. They filed a trademark application for the name Meta months ago, and now that name has been swallowed up. One of the owners of Meta PC is doing his best to squeeze these legal lemons into lemonade.
To reflect who we are and what we hope to build, I'm proud to announce that we are now Facebook.
I like that. That's a pretty fine zuck off, if you ask me. Down in Florida, Governor Ron DeSantis has an idea. He wants to create an election police force that will be tasked specifically with investigating election-related crimes. Basically, he wants to form an entire law enforcement agency to solve a fake problem Donald Trump made up. Paul Blart ballot cops, if you will. Why would we need this? We already have a government force to fight imaginary foes. It's called the Space Force. Meanwhile, this is what our former president is up to right now. Chunky Cheese sent this email to supporters today saying, "Friend, President Trump asked us to personally reach out to you because he wants to make sure you get our new Trump gift wrapping paper in time for Christmas. He requested that we give priority access to a small group of his best supporters, like you. We haven't released this to the general public yet, just like his taxes. So for today only, you can get our iconic Trump gift wrapping paper before anyone else. Please donate $35 or more immediately to claim your Trump gift wrapping paper. And if you do, this is what you get." Yeah, there he is, Santa Claus, only $35. What an incredible privilege to spend $20 extra on wrapping paper. Of course he has wrapping paper. His specialty is covering things up. He should do nothing but sell wrapping paper. I thought there weren't going to be any presents this year. I thought Joe Biden's war on Christmas had canceled it. What happened to that? You know, the next big Marvel superhero movie comes out in theaters tomorrow. It's called Eternals. It's expected to gross like $80 million this weekend. And whenever a major motion picture hits theaters, we call upon our in-house movie critic, Yaya, to review it. I say in-house because he won't leave. He comes and he stands like in the doorway. But here he is now. This is Yaya talking about the new movie, Eternals.
Action! Quiet, please. Hi, it's me, Yaya. I talk about the new movie today. The new movie behind me is called Antres, like Enter the Door, okay? It's an action movie, the old superhero in that movie together.
Eternals assemble.
It's like the Marvel movie, like in the floor Marvel. It's like Iron Man, the Hulk, or the guy from Uganda forever, and the Australian guy with the big hammer. It's an also Marvel movie, The Black Widow. Also, the guy make like fire, Dr. Dre. Also, the star, this woman right there, her name Amy Shane. She's in the movie The Crazy Asian Woman. And the lady there with the hat, you know, like a princessa, she's Salma Hayek. And she's so nice. She's also in the movie Frito. Only the lady I know her in that movie, Angelina, she have good heart. I know her father, John Voight. And she's in the movie like the lady who look like Toro, like that magic woman. She's also the movie with Nicolas Cage. It's called Gone in the Wind, something like that. And she do the movie also with Brett. She try kill Brett try kill her with the gun. The other people, I don't know. Oh, the guy, also the India guy, his name Kimmel Jones. He's comedian in Sean TV, working computer. He's take his clothes off, he do exercise, because before he's little fat, you know.
Pretty impressive, right?
It's good movie. Go watch the movie. Trust me. Okay? You don't like it, I give you the money back.
If you do not like the movie, Yaya will not give you your money back.
Enjoy.
Thank you, and that's a guarantee. All right, one more thing before we forge ahead. It's Thursday night. That means it's time to bleep and blur the big TV moments of the week, whether they need it or not. It's This Week in Unnecessary Censorship.
The Youngkin family would like to introduce you to a really tall man with a really big. I love him.
Chris, you give good. Yeah. Last time you me, I was sore for a week.
Imagine heading outside to your and getting a face full of.
Last Thanksgiving, I my wife.
For more than 70 years, I have been lucky to meet and to many of the world's great leaders.
Alex, I know you have a small warning for us today.
Yeah, make sure you're holding on to those small. We're looking at very strong winds.
America is not a racist country.
Thanks for all your important work.
You, Wolf.
Name something you've done to your man's behind.
Steve.
All right now. We done got sexy in here. It.
All right. Congratulations on making it to the end of a YouTube video. Why not celebrate by clicking the subscribe button? You earned it.